As you can imagine, I am asked over and over, when's the market going to change? When's it going to get stronger for sellers? Is it a buyer's market? And so I want to answer that question today for Maricopa County, but mainly it's just not as easy to answer that without going into a little bit of depth about what a buyer's market is. And so if you think of a buyer's market in 5 stages, meaning that there are levels of buyer's market, and obviously there's the balanced market where it's a give and take and negotiation, and everybody tries to give a little, maybe everybody's not thrilled at the end, but everybody recognizes that there's been a good opportunity and a meeting of minds. So that's a kind of nice balanced market. And we're sitting in a buyer's market right now. And it's getting a little bit frustrating for sellers. And it's actually not fun for buyers either, because they're trying to figure out how to time the market. And it's just not that easy when you're not sure where a bottom is or when the best time to buy is. And actually, statistically, mid-April is the best time to be a seller. So we're trying to figure out, is this market going to come through for us, this spring market? Because so far it's been a little bit slow and disappointing in what we typically see. But if we think of 5 stages of buyer's markets, if the first stage is where somebody comes in and they offer full price, but they want you to make repairs. Let's use the roof as a repair. That's sometimes, gosh, that could be $10,000 to $20,000 repair, but let's use that as an example. So if somebody comes in and they want a repair and it's the roof, they'll come in at full price, ask for the repair. The negotiation is typically in that first stage where the seller comes back and says, well, we'll do the roof, but you got to increase the price by $15,000 or $20,000. So it's a negotiation where you get the work done, but it still doesn't hurt the bottom line of the seller. The second stage is that the buyer comes in and wants a roof to be done, and they're offering full price, and the seller concedes and allows for that to happen. They'll give that concession of $15,000 or $20,000 because they want the deal to happen, and it won't happen otherwise. The third stage is where they'll come in at full price and they ask for that roof repair or big inspection items, and they ask for a concession. Our average concessions right now, and it does range, it varies based on price point, because in your higher prices, you're not getting concessions asked for, you're getting a lower price because they don't need the help financially as much as they want a good deal. So think of it in terms of this is just generalities, but in that third stage, if they put in an offer for full price and they want repairs and concessions, and sellers are conceding because of the type of market we're in. The fourth stage is where they come in less than full price and they want repairs and they want concessions, and the sellers are agreeing to it. And that 3 and 4 stage are a pretty solid buyer's market. And then the 5th stage, where we're in a really tough market for sellers to get homes sold and buyers are pretty bold, that's a market where they come in less than full price, they want repairs, they want concessions, and they want the home to be perfect. So in other words, no carpet allowances, no deal where we'll give you this, but offer on the home still. None of that. They want the home in the best possible condition. We are somewhere between stage 3 and 5, depending on your zip code, depending on the inventory. Right now, Maricopa County, as of April 1st, has full inventory, meaning that we have averaging around 25,000 homes on the market. We have not seen that in a very long time. Now, compare that to 2008 when there were like 54,000 homes on the market. This is not a crash. This is not, something that is unheard of. It's just not common in our Arizona market because we have been such a seller's market for so long. But there is plenty of inventory. I have absolutely gorgeous homes on the market right now. But with the 24% more homes than there is demand, that means there's lots of choices for buyers. And so you do have to be the prettiest girl at dance. You have to look fabulous. We have to show well, be priced right, have minimal inspection issues or address them and be willing to address them. And deals are still getting done. There are always, I call it the D's, there's always the D's in real estate. Some are not fun at all, and some are just natural life changes, but there's divorces, there's deaths, there's diplomas, meaning people move for work after education. There's diapers, meaning you have kids, and there's downsizing, which is, somebody moving to a home that's more conducive to their current lifestyle. And I add always debt. There's debt because people will sell homes in order to consolidate debt, or they will figure out a way to use their equity. So there's all kinds of reasons that people are buying homes in all markets. It will still happen, but it is not for the faint of heart. And I can assure you that we will give every client arcane client care, which is that we communicate, we advocate, we navigate, we educate, and we will give it to you no matter what market we're in. I know these markets. I've been around for a long time. If you have questions, if you just want to talk about what we're seeing and why we're seeing it, give me a call. I would love to talk with you.